Paul Turner moved to a small rural town named Beckinsdale to get away from the noise of the city. He found a nice house with cheap rent that gave a great view of the neighborhood. When he settled in, it turned out the place was as peaceful and comfortable as he had hoped it would be. The only problem was the strict curfew in this town, but he managed to get used to it. One cold night, he was looking at the town through his window. The town didn't have any street lamps, but the moon was out tonight. The streets were empty as usual, except for someone walking across the sidewalk, breaking curfew. It looked like a young girl wearing an old dress. She went from door to door, pleading for help, but no one answered. She was either lost, or homeless and needed shelter. As Paul kept watching, he was starting to feel bad for her, but he thought one of his neighbors would take her in. No one did though, and she ended up disappearing into the night. Paul had trouble sleeping that night, feeling worried about the girl and hoping she was okay. He would ask around about her tomorrow. The next morning, Paul talked with his neighbors in the town store about the girl, but every time he mentioned her, they either avoided the conversation, or said they were in a hurry and walked away. He tried to ask the landlord about the girl, but all he said was to keep quiet about it. The police wasn't helping him either. Paul was confused. They're usually friendly people, yet for some reason they won't help a homeless child out in the cold. He decided to take matters into his own hands. When the girl came back, he pointed his flashlight at her through the window to get her attention. When he saw her coming towards him, he opened the door to invite her in. There she stood in front of the house, with long brown hair and brown eyes, and a dress that was dirty with holes in them, waiting with anticipation. "Would you like to come in?" he said with a welcoming smile. The girl immediately smiled back, beaming with hope and gratitude, before she entered without hesitation. She saw that Paul had prepared some new clothes and blankets that he bought from the store. He offered to let her sleep on the couch, before taking her to the city to find people who helps homeless children. He then asked what she wanted to eat. She just stood there for a moment, looking at all of her gifts, before slowly turning around. Her eyes were now blood red, their pupils shrunk into tiny, terrifying beads. She then showed him her vampiric teeth. Paul stood back, frozen in fear. He just realized what he had just done. The neighbors closed their windows and curtains as they heard Paul scream.